So I'm about to do a stolen Valor here with a guy claiming to be a Navy SEAL. Came in earlier. I could tell his uniform was jacked up, had his cover on, story doesn't match. So I'm going to interview him here at the McDonald's. See what he got to say. All right. See if we can find him. Yeah, I'm doing like a podcast, like it's for school. So I thought it didn't dawn on me when you were here. I was like, yeah, I should have just asked him, because I was doing like I guess we can just have a seat over here. Okay. Right here. I guess I was kind of like doing. So basically, like you can just like tell me about like I guess briefly some of your like just some experience that you had. Like I mean, I know you can't tell me everything, obviously, but I guess like something.
There's a lot that I can't tell you.
Yeah. I mean,
I
just
can tell
like
you the educational benefits.
right. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
The training, the amount of money they put into me to do what I do. Basically, they put about 1.5 million into every SEAL that they develop. A lot of it is not just what you see as a tactical kind of guy or a super SWAT.
Right.
A lot of us, like, you know, I've got a master's in acoustiology. That goes along with explosives and flying, you know. So we all got, besides our MOS, we have our technical rates. I usually work with Naval Ocean Sciences, working with dolphins.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We're not what you think we are.
Yeah, it's not like what you see like on all the movies and all that crap.
There's basically 10 SEAL teams. I'm SEAL Team 5. I'm avionics and sciences.
Okay.
SEAL Team 6 is the guys you see that go from
Yeah,
Bin Laden.
right. Yeah. And there's like 3 and right.
Okay, but I'm the guy that.
So like the numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like they all have different like jobs and things like that.
Yeah. SEAL Team 2 is intelligence. They're the guys that sneak in and gather intelligence for 6 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, there are different teams, and they're spread out throughout the world. So we're constantly moving around. I'm what they call a senior officer.
Okay.
Okay. I'm what the young guys call old timers. I'm one of the first original team, 10 teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what year, like, did you go to Buds and all that kind of stuff?
1970. End of 1969 into 1970.
69,
Yeah,
70.
so I cut the end of the 1969 Tet offensive in Vietnam.
Oh yeah, the
I'm
Tet
that
Offensive,
era.
right?
Yeah.
That's like a holiday or something in.
It's their New Year's.
Yeah, right. And
So I was young. I was an ensign, right out of the academy, and basically I was a group leader. I had a 5-man extraction team. We were actually going into like flying prisoners, destroy bridges, disrupt communication.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, we're covert, so we worked with a gunboat. But that was my experience. But the main thing is that I still working on my degree as an acoustiologist.
Acoustiologist, right?
Yeah.
That's the word I was searching for earlier.
Yeah, acoustics. So.
Right, which meaning like sound, right?
All your rockets are developed by sound. All the SAM rockets react on sound first.
Okay.
Okay. Besides radar guided, that's how they trigger it, by sound. So my thing was try to upset the Russian SAMs, surface-to-air missiles, through acoustic development. So I would sneak in, find out what their frequencies are, wouldn't blow them up, wouldn't kill anybody, go in and take that information covertly.
Oh, I see.
Feed it back to our guys who were in the air to deflect SAMs, surface-to-air missiles.
Surface-to-air missile.
And that's true with 99% of the rockets
Okay.
You know, even the ones that Yo Jong Moon has.
Right,
And
right,
that's
right.
the reason why I'm going to Korea, is to find out what frequency they're broadcasting their control center.
Yeah, the dictator.
Yeah, Korean.
Right, right.
You know, because basically he's got a rocket that can do it. And how he's been doing it, he's been shooting it up 230 miles, 230 miles up in
So
the air.
ICBMs and all that stuff.
Yeah, and what it is, it's it's the distance going straight up that he's measuring. Because if you take the telemetry and go this way,
Right.
22,000 miles away is New York, Chicago, Denver.
Right. How far is Korea from?
Not very far.
Not very far.
They could shoot a rocket here and it'd be here in 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. So my guys, this is between you and I. My guys are B1, B2 guidance specialists from Guam.
Oh, Guam.
Guam is a major base for the B1, B2 bombers.
Right.
Koke is where they're gonna, if they're gonna do any interception of any kind of ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistics, it's going to be fired from Kauai. It's got to pass over Hawaii to get to California, Alaska, or any of the major cities between the East Coast and Midwest.
So when you first joined the Navy, like you just went straight into SEAL school?
No, I was 17 years old. I went to Naval Academy.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was about
My
to
dad's
ask
an
you.
admiral, my mom's a captain, my brother's all in the Navy. I got in because
wow.
of Patsy Mink.
Oh, yeah.
I was the youngest
Patsy.
graduating class. I got out. My grandfather worked with Mr. Dunlop and developed TNT.
Dunlop, like the tires?
TNT.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Him and a bunch of guys. They were Pennsylvania coal miners. So he ended up working for the Army, developing all the techniques for explosives. That's where my explosives deal came from. As kids, they would bring all these models of all these rockets and bombs and mines that were practiced, and it was a game for us. See how long it would take to take the thing apart before you got popped.
Yeah.
Remember now, my grandfather wrote the book for the Army.
So you kind of went into like this after like when Vietnam was starting up and stuff like that?
Yeah, when I went in to take the test for explosives, as a weapons, special weapons, high velocity weapons specialist, because the sound and bombs are going together. They said, hey, I went in and I saw this table full of things that I used to play with when I was young. Went in there and disassembled it, and the guys are watching me and they're like, wait, this guy's never seen this yet.
So this is like EOD, kind of EOD,
exactly.
right?
Straight EOD.
Yeah, when I was in the service, I was gonna go out for EOD, but it was kind of
good because right now they're paying big bucks for EOD.
Yeah.
Here.
Right.
Tons of bombs here.
Right.
Yeah. So they pulled me in the office and there's a bunch of generals and things and they're going, how'd you learn how to do that? By then they had got my service record. He goes, your grandfather is Stephen Morgul. I go, yeah, it's your grandfather. There was books lined up along the back. Went down and grabbed a big one, the index, put it down in front of me. He goes, open the front page.
So you obviously went to Vietnam then.
Spent 3.5 years there.
3.5 years. You go to Korea and all that stuff too?
Well, that was before my time. But I've
Oh
been
yeah,
to
it was
Panama,
before that. Yeah, that's right.
Panama. All the offenses.
Desert Storm, Grenada, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we lost a couple guys in Grenada.
So you got like from 16, you got like 40 years then or something like that.
No, I got 27.
27. Oh, because you were inactive, right? You're inactive.
Navy SEALs officers don't go to reserves. There's an office called, we're PRM. It's hard to explain. We work for the president. Only for the president.
Okay.
Navy SEALs was developed by President Kennedy.
Yeah, right.
On there's this thing, it says DVA, which is, I'm a disabled American veteran.
Right.
But there's a PRM. It's Presidential Regimental Member.
Right. Oh,
my rank.
Okay.
So, that never goes away.
So these, like some of these ribbons you got there, one of the red one, was that a national defense on the top?
I got national defense.
Right.
Then I got Vietnam, and Presidential Purple Heart.
I see that.
Presidential citation, unit citation. I've got a Bronze Star, I got a Silver Star. It's just I got so much of this, I can't wear anything else. You know, it's just a Brownie, but these are the ones that
So besides the trident, what's that one on the bottom?
That's my wings.
That's like a like a parachute?
No, I fly F4s.
Oh, like a
F-15s.
pilot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, similar to like what the commercial pilots.
Yeah, because of my age, I can't take the G-force, so that's why I'm flying helicopter.
Oh yeah, right. You can't
As
go
you
like
get older,
super high altitude and
I
stuff.
can't pull an 8G pull, you know, and
Right.
you gotta be able to pull that without blacking out.
Right.
I could barely pull
Like
4.5.
G4 or whatever. Right.
You know, I drive a hybrid Mustang, and when I get on it, you know, I get lightheaded and get all woo-woo. You know, and I pull, that's $4.5 grand and you nail it. You know, it's a 428 Hemi. I mean, Cobra engine. You know.
Wow.
So, but it's been my life. I've always had to have fast cars in order to get from here to the airport. I fly. I've got a siren and lights in my car.
So what's your graduating class? Like what? That must have been early. So it was 69. Kennedy was like what? 61, 63?
Yeah. Well, he was like 62 already.
62?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got assassinated in 63.
63.
Right.
You know, so, I'm like class of 110.
Wow.
You know? So now they're graduating at like 230, 260.
Right. Yeah. There must be. Yeah. Because when I met like a bunch of SEALs when I was on active duty, like 20 years ago. I think they were from SEAL Team 3.
Well, see, there's bud schools. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 as they go, depending on how big the classes are. The early ones went to like 120, company 120. Like my sun rising is 11.
Oh, okay, I see.
Everybody's got their own little thing, right? If you ask the SEAL, what's your sun rising, and they'll look at you like, how do you know that? You know, it's something that we unspoken things.
That's like
classmates
when,
only know.
right, like police officers. Sometimes they say like, "What's the color of the day?" or something like that.
Yeah.
There's always these little.
Yeah, you say, hey, what's your sun rising? And where'd you get that from?
It's like one of those little inside.
Yeah, it's
things.
how you recognize another SEAL. You can talk all you want, what school you want, what companies you were, what you want. Until somebody comes up and says, what's your rising? What's your sun rising?
What's your sun rising?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing to add into my
See,
podcast.
I'm actually UDT. I started off as
Underwater Demolition Team.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's when they pulled me into Navy SEAL. They said, you did everything. We want to recruit you to Naval Special Warfare Unit. Didn't think SEAL. I had no idea what the SEAL was.
We're like frogmen before, right? Frogmen, right?
You know, so I said, sure. You know, more pay. He goes, yeah, you get automatic casualty pay and all this good stuff. And you don't have to do the peon stuff. And, you know, it's fine. And next thing you know, I'm wearing Marine uniforms and you know, carrying a sidearm. And
did you get a lot of injuries in your time?
I've been shot 3 times. Actually, the last time I was shot was recently in Afghanistan. Shot to the chest and blew out my chest.
Wow. Recently in Afghanistan, like a couple of years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. This is like 2013.
Well, what slowed it down was it went through my vest.
Wow.
See, Russian bullets are made of steel. You can tell who's shooting at someone is if you pick up rounds, you see steel bullets.
Right, steel. Like ours
Russians
is what,
are
brass? Right.
You know, their traces are green, ours are red.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The green is live ones, and the purple are blanks. I think, right?
Yeah. You know, or just shot. They call it shot.
Right.
You know, so you know we know who's shooting at us. You know, so it's just a war game thing. You know, real war. You know?
I mean, that's like that's the ultimate experience to be, you know, from the 60s. I mean, that's a lot of.
Sure. When President Kennedy set it
remarkable.
out, realizing that we needed somebody that was specially technically trained to be covertly to go after that, because Brezhnev, Russians had them for years, you know.
Wow.
And we never had anything. Everything developed during that time. Green Beret.
Right, yeah, the Special Forces and
Forward Observer,
Ranger
Force,
and all that
Forward
stuff,
Observer,
right?
all those guys,
Marine
Rangers,
Recon, all that kind of
Recon,
stuff.
all developed during that time, and because he took the money and said, here's $260 billion.
So you've heard of Richard Marchenko?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
From like I think he was in 6 or something like that, or wrote all these bunch of books, Red Tail, right.
I mean, you know, those guys were tactical. Like I said, I'm on a science school.
Yeah, you were mentioning, right?
I don't know what they call NOSC. Naval Ocean Science.
Was it NOS?
NOS.
NOS.
Yeah. We're the ones that they got after because someone said we were using the dolphins to put weapons on them to go after them.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, that was my unit one time. So,
Wow.
I mean, I don't wear conventional clothes. I can grow my hair long. I wear shorts and a t-shirt. You know, we're never called to duty. And if we do, we ponytail ourselves, put on our uniform. We'll take a dolphin. Say if a bird goes down, like right now, there's 4 dolphins going after the helicopter crash. Okay. So, and I wish I was there because I worked for years with those dolphins, you know, and I know who they're using.
Right.
Yeah, so it kind of makes me...
You get a lot of stuff from like the EPA or from PETA and all that kind of stuff.
No, PETA, we get a lot from PETA.
Right.
You know, so...
Okay.
But the thing is, these I call them people that I've worked with, the dolphins. They're just incredible, you know. So I did that, but I gave up that to come to this.
Okay.
You know, because they need... Personally, I was involved with Protect Ho'olaki.
Okay.
My brother was Robert Beaumont.
Robert Beaumont. Oh, right. Okay.
That was my group, Olamana.
Right.
We supported that. You're not recording this, are you?
No, I'm checking the sound.
Okay. What it is during my time while I was down, I was playing music.
Because I only got so much sound into I gotta...
Yeah. So what happened was, when Walter Riddy, George Helm,
they went missing.
I was the guy that went on the island because I'm an explosive expert.
Right.
I would document
They wanted to stop all that stuff.
What was on the island so they could take it to federal court and say, look, you guys said there wasn't there, but guess what? We found more munitions on that island that you guys haven't mentioned. ASROCs, TOW, jammers, rockets.
Laos and stuff, a lot of ordnance.
Big rocket.
Okay.
You know, in the water, on the land, not detonated.
Walter Riddy, yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
So we would do that. On top of that, we were pressing it with music. We were using the music to gather these people. You know, family. My family's big here.
Okay.
You know, so.
And I'm just about running out of space.
Yeah.
Would you be available like later? I mean, not today, but maybe like another day.
Sure.
And then I can get more info.
Sure.
Because I just do I do a podcast and I do obviously I was in the service. So I always I met another a Marine guy that's similar. I had a lot of stories. So I interviewed him and I'm gonna put together this whole collaboration.
Yeah. That's fine because, you know, a lot of people don't understand. All they can see is Bin Laden, SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, all the stuff that's in the movies and all that stuff.
There's pilots, there's scientists, you know. We're not just...
Yeah, just
Rambo.
In the movies, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're educated. Some are young, some are my age.
Okay.
You know, we're seniors.
Yeah, I got 10 seconds.
Yeah. But that's it. But call me.
Yeah, I will.
I'm boss, so I can...
Thanks a lot.
I can dig out anytime I
Okay.
want. Or I'll maybe have you come to the base.
Okay.
Then I can show you some stuff.
All right, 5, 4...